Well, hello, folks. Larry Barondas here in Fort Worth, Texas. And this is not going to be a mail call or a fountain pen review or anything to do with fountain pens, inks, or paper. On a serious note, I felt that I needed to do this. It's been bothering me since I've read this news of what happened a few days ago, and you can say, well, this was a hate crime. You know, growing up here in Fort Worth, Texas, I really never encountered any kind of unjust people like I'm seeing now. Oh, sure, there was stuff happening, always going to happen. Where you have people, you're going to have all kinds of crap that's going to go on and happen, right? But it looks like it's worse now, a whole lot worse. You know, if you keep up with the news, the Asian people have been attacked. That just blew me away. An elderly man beaten. A lady, same thing. They just get knocked out. Why? Because their eyes are not like ours? Because the color of one's skin? Maybe the way their hair looks? Well, I'm going to let Mr. Announcer read something to everybody. And this has already been put out. And this is on Pen Boutique. And from a lady that probably has the biggest heart in the world, Lena. If you kept up with Lena, you know everything that she stands for, what she stands for, her family. And when I read this, it just tore me up. So, Mr. Announcer, would you read what happened?
And this is posted on her, the Pen Boutique webpage at the moment. It says, "Dear Pen friends, it has been a difficult week for me. Unfortunately, I was the victim of a hate crime in my own neighborhood. I was outside walking my dog, and a guy in a blue car just started yelling, calling me a traitor and telling me to go home to China. Go back to your country. I did not confront him and doubled back towards my home. The guy did not get out of his car for fear of my dog. I let the authorities know, and I'm going to be extra careful. I am not ethnically Chinese, and although my home country of Nepal shares a border with China, I have never so much as visited, which truly illustrates the depth of these people's ignorance and prejudice. Be safe out there and extra cautious during these times, as the pandemic has clearly inflamed racial tensions very close to home."
And excuse Mr. Announcer's voice. Hopefully he'll close up one day. I'm just kidding. No, he has a, what, sinus or something?
Allergies and sinus, yes.
So, when I read that, I'm saying, I couldn't believe it. You know, enough is enough. This has gone long enough. Everybody is pointing the finger at everybody, calling names of each other. You know, now, Mr. Announcer, correct me if I'm wrong, was not the United States helped formed by immigrants?
Yes, most definitely. The original settlers, of course, were from England, but immigrants came from all over Western Europe at one point.
So, you know, all of a sudden it's about skin color, or the way you talk, or the way you wear your hair, or the way your eyes look. That doesn't make the person any different than you when you look on the inside of the person. So the time has come for people to join together and bond together and stop this kind of nonsense. If we don't, it's going to get worse. And it's not a win-win. Now, you can ask for a better person than Lena. Wonderful lady. And she does a lot for the community. She's the kind of person that she gives back to the community. Yes, she owns the Pen Boutique shop. Plus, she's a mother with children, husband. And she's living the dream. Yep. So, she's into help different charities, different causes. Did you know by shopping with Pen Boutique, not only are you getting a great product with a customer-oriented focus, you are helping changing lives. When you buy from Pen Boutique, you are help changing lives. As much as 10% of your purchase goes directly to charity. And by the way of, I'll let Mr. Announcer pronounce the words and finish that up. By the way of,
Shri Jeet Handicap Service Center and partnering community helpers.
so she's involved in that. Pen Boutique is dedicated to enriching the lives of the destitute. They are assisting the disadvantaged, not as a secondary offshoot of business, but a proud duty. They're doing their part to try to make a difference. It's not all about Pen Boutique selling all these kind of products and making all these kind of this kind of money. She's focusing on helping people as much as she can. But remember, Pen Boutique, Lena, can only do so much. It takes other people to come join hands and help her. Help her on this mission to help others, to help the needy, to help the disabled, to help the poor, and to stop this bad mouthing, calling people names. You know, I think people in the U.S. are so spoiled because we've got everything here in the U.S. We've got all kinds of luxuries. We have running water, bathrooms, electricity, air conditioning, heating. And we don't look at that because we don't know what it is to be without it. But if you were in a poor area of the U.S., which there are, they may not have some of those luxuries. And there's parts of the world that do not have those luxuries that we take for granted. Give me. I want more. More. So, you know, I've been contemplating about talking about this for some time. And I was told by someone that they said, Larry, I wouldn't get involved in that because people are going to think less of you. So I said, it is what it is. I'm going to have to speak what's in my heart. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and what's happening now is wrong. At the bottom of this story on charity on Pen Boutique, this is what's on there. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. So, take that, absorb it, listen to it, understand with it, and go with it. Things started to turn more to the negative, probably around the 80s and the 90s, and now it's just full blown. It's going to get worse. You know, Lena is an incredible lady, a giving lady. She has a big heart. She cares about other people. She even cares about you, the ones who knock her, call her names. She's a forgiving lady. That's who she is. And she teaches her family values, her husband and her together. Teach the family the do's and don'ts. They grow up with family values. Respect. So, let's talk about respect for a minute. Oh, they don't give me respect. Oh, the heck with them. They don't give me no respect. Respect is not a given thing. You have to earn it. You earn that respect, and you get that respect. That's how I look at it. You know, when I always say peace and love, I mean peace and love. I just don't say peace and love just because I want to. Peace, because I want peace of all people. I want peace for all people to come together as one and unite. Stand together as one. Love. I don't just say that. I mean what I say. Love. To love one another. Help one another. Care about one another. So, you know, I don't know where the human race took the wrong turn at, but you cannot judge a book by its cover. Can you not? No, you can't. You can't judge people by nationality, by the color of their skin, by the way they wear their hair. Long hair, bald heads, dreadlocks, tattoos, for the shape of one's eyes. Now, some of you may totally understand where I'm coming from, some may not. But I am concerned. And you should be too. You know, we're the older generation, and we're slowly or steadily dying off. It's going to be the younger generation that's going to have to attend to all that's going on now, that's going to have to make it better. Right now it's all about greed, control, power. And the people that are needing help just get kicked under the table more. So, just for you to know, and this is not just me giving Pen Boutique a plug. When you buy from them, they donate to charities. Pen Boutique is partnering in charities with local libraries, churches, and many, many other institutions. And and I think that is really cool. But she can't do it alone. And the donations that are provided by Pen Boutique and many other help provide lodging and food, educate, and health. And these are to other countries that are really in need of these services. And self-confidence training by the way of creating a vision for life and for goals. Don't you have a vision of life and goals that you set? Maybe we get too many things here in America free. We have too many luxuries. We have computers, we have laptops, we have cell phones. And people live for that, and they go absolutely berserk if something happens to a computer or a laptop or their phone. They just cannot function properly without it. And then you think about, what about people in different countries? They don't have these luxuries. Can you imagine a child from any part of the world, a poor child, sees America, the land of the free, the land of opportunity, freedom and justice for all, and they're over there, wherever they may be, nothing to eat, getting their water from the river. There's a country that I was checking out. It was on YouTube, like the History Channel. And there are some villagers. They don't have any food. You know what they live on? First of all, they live in a hut. And here's what they eat. Their mother makes dirt patties, and they actually eat these dirt with water, and they put them on these rocks, hot rocks. Well, they flatten them down, and you see the kids helping them, like you do with a flour tortilla, and they let that cook, I guess, to get it hard or whatever, and then that's what they have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's the truth. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. When they go to the store sometimes, kids screaming, I want this, I want that. They just snatch stuff out of the aisles and start eating it. And then they get mad because they can't have something. Then they have an attitude. I want that. Give me that. And the parents don't say anything. Not all parents. Some parents. I've seen it. Kids disrespecting other people. Why? Because they can. And they think it's funny. So I just wanted to get on here and blow off some steam because, I am really just dumbfounded when I read all this, what Lena is dealing with at this time. So here are a few more other places that Pen Boutique also donates to, Mr. Announcer.
The American Red Cross, the Arc of Howard County, the Howard County Public Library System, American Heart Association, the American Breast Cancer Foundation, and the Smithsonian Anacostia Community Museum.
So with all this said, there's too many hate crimes going around today. And until we the people recognize this as a plague hitting our country, we can do something about it. It's up to us to do something about it in a peaceful way. It's by joining together and spreading the word. If we don't do it, then I don't think it's going to stop, because it's not going to stop on its own. It's like a cancer that keeps growing and growing. Until you cut that cancer out, it continues to grow and destroy everything in its path. So I'm asking all of you people out there that are listening to understand. I'm not no big pen reviewer that has 80, 90,000, 100,000 reviewers, but I have enough support from my subscribers that they will understand where I'm coming from. And I'm sure they will spread the word. Well, folks, I guess I'm going to leave it at that for right now. I am concerned and very worried. You never know what's going to happen when you leave the house, or where something could happen, wherever you're at. Be kind to one another. Care about one another. If we can't even do that much, then, what good are we? It's all about caring, folks. And I know you folks out there care. With that said, peace and love. God bless.